Good morning. Today I did the reading at 7:31 a.m. and it is February 18th, 2025. This is a 2-0 energy, and I just kind of want to break it down. The 7:31 breaks into an 11, so there is something civic, the two amongst us, the people, that is causing us 18 to need to go into retreat with 2025 year retreat again, which comes out to a 2-0, which is going to create a powerful need for change amongst us in terms of partnership and agreements. What am I using today? Well, today I'm using the Dreams of Gaia. Today is Mars Day, and the beads or malas, which I use, would be red jasper, for us to be able to have a sense of ability to assert ourselves, aquamarine for clarity, amethyst for a sense of balance, carnelian for creativity, and labradorite for just the sense of chaos that we all feel. And additionally, something black to absorb the dark energy for those of us who are empaths. This is a particularly difficult time, and I can just tell you, I'm having trouble myself with anxiety. And so here we go. What do we have? We have two major arcanas, which is unusual because usually you get a mixture of cards. So this energy today is really intense. So if you are feeling anxiety, you are feeling what's true today. Okay, so we have this card, integrity. This relates to the devil and all things Capricorn, the 10th house. It is Jupiter, Venus, and the sun. So how we assert ourselves, how we see ourselves in this more like luxurious way versus what's really real. Okay. And we have in this card, you can see antlers for our fertility, the peacock feathers for the evil eye and for the narcissism, the owl for the wisdom, and the jaguar for the utter power, all to show strength and authenticity, a contrast to the darkness we each feel looming upon us. Themes of control, a need to do shadow work, and outside forces emphasizing a need to face our limitations with a sense of responsibility. We are seeing our structures collapse at this time upon themselves as we, beautiful souls, are wanting to follow the rules and be in compliance with laws and the currents, yet we find ourselves in a place at best that is challenging our ability to manage and communicate effectively. We are learning to speak in ways to relate our messages to each other as tensions grow, leaving those of us who are empathic in a place of energetic overload, feeling like we don't deserve. And that isn't true. That's what we're being told. Don't buy it. We want and need to have a sense of empowerment. It's time, regardless of who you are, to embrace new beginnings and having faith in something unknown. Something is growing for all of us that will create bigger opportunities. We are in uncertainties that certainly make it difficult to buy into there's any hope for the future. I know this. But if you're properly prepared, then you likely will find yourself navigating this regardless. Name and validate your emotions. Make sure that you have others that you can relate to and that support your views. The system itself demands conformity. And those of us who are neurodivergent mask to navigate, leaving us often feeling trapped in a system. We see what is needed. Our part, the cornerstone of what will become true healing. Many of us right now feeling destabilized. Our larger struggle is about inclusiveness. Jupiter is in detriment in the third house, and with Mars in retrograde in the fifth, we struggle to speak our truths, further forcing us to think differently. Judgment is, at this point, a contrast brought to us by a system that stresses we conform. Yet we can't. We've already broken free. We are a target of this energy, as they don't want others to see that's possible. So yes, there's a lot of pressure on us. And we get the second card, the 0 card, the choice card, also known as the Fool, relating to all things Uranus. And Uranus currently at 23 degrees at the cusp of the third house, equaling a 5, going right back to that shocking bit that we're not able to properly communicate. And those of us who have this neurodivergent, finding ways to get around it because we have skills that they can't control and shouldn't be able to control any of us. So what is in this card? Well, it's a snake and an apple with multiple pathways diverging, every choice carrying its own weight, leading to endless possibilities, reminding us to remain in our strength if we can. The 5 that this card equals to in the end says it's all about change and conflict with mass instability and divine chaos. And why again is the 5? Because Uranus at 23 degrees. So I just want to cover that. It's asking us to hold on tight and to step into our self-awareness. Do you truly break free or stay stuck in the muck? This is why this energy is so trying. It's hitting our senses heavily, our sense of self-worth. Are we worthy in a world that says your value is only what you're able to produce financially? But this is very much a lie. What we produce, people, is kindness. In a world that views our kindness as weakness. Kind souls experiencing the weight of what we are seeing. It's heavy and emerging as an unfolding responsibility to us. We will either be a part of the solution or the problem. And a lot of it relies upon how we respond. A very heavy energy. We must learn to deal with a system that wants to put us in a state of harm and silence us, not wanting our own authenticity and neurodivergency. The cosmic energy, however, says the system is sick and at odds with what it needs to be. We are being who we are, and that is beautiful. Many under the influence of the hypno-messaging. Our job is to help them break free because we vibrationally have been free. This will, over time, be what helps others. As we recognize patterns using unconventional approaches, we have disrupted the status quo. Those who control want to keep the fleas in the flea box, if you will, a box we don't know how to stay in. Our attention to detail, perseverance, and loyalty allows us to maintain proper focus on a very narrow range in the long term, creating for all new paradigms for progress. This is right now our call to action, and I think that's why there's so much anxiety, including myself. Please do like, share, and subscribe. This is a Decan Walk. Thank you so much for being here.